because people struggling out here. We're all trying to find an outlet. But those are not the right outlets to turn to. They're not the right outlets to turn to, because it adds 10 more problems and you still didn't deal with root problem number 1. You did not get to the root of it. So this is why I'm passionate and I get into these herbs and I talk about this stuff on camera. Because there's people out here that's struggling mentally that don't know where to turn to, and they're tired. They're beaten down and they're tired. They're tired of struggling mentally. They're tired of waking up every day and waking up like, I am tired of feeling so crappy. I'm tired of it. What do I turn to, man? Some people don't even want to wake up and live.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity.
What's good? Ready, set, heal family. It's your girl, Herb Queen. And I'm finally back. I'm back with another video for you guys. Now, this is serious. So I cannot be my usual semi-hype self, because this is a very serious video that has a very serious intentional purpose for making this video. So bear with me, you guys, but it's a story that needs to be told, and hopefully this is a story that will help many people. That's what I'm here to do. So before we get started, I want you guys to subscribe. Yes, we are building, you guys. We're almost at, I think, 300. What's up with it? Yes. But no, like, I'm so excited. So like, comment, tell me how you feel about the video when you hear my story time. Tell me if you guys can relate, if any other people that you might know has this similar path that they have gone and done. You know, I'm very interested to hearing what people have to say. So, trigger warning, like a spoiler alert, but I don't know, I guess a trigger alert. If you are a person that is triggered by hearing stories or things about Satan worshiping, hard drugs like meth, and mental illness, you might want to click off now. This is not for kids, period. This is not for kids. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now, I do want to smoke on my piece on earth, because this story is it's gonna be pretty serious. So I want to get the good vibes going. I want to, before I even get stressed telling this story, get a nice stress reliever going. So Peace on Earth is my blend of blue lotus and lavender. It's very effective blend that helps with things like anxiety and depression, really calms and soothes your nerves, and it's really good for depression, or I'm sorry, not depression, I just said depression, but for meditation. So if you want to clear your mind and your thoughts and you're stressed out, Peace on Earth to get you right. So I'll probably insert some reviews and feedback on customers that have tried it, you know, to show you guys how good Peace on Earth is. Because I tell you what, I'm gonna need some peace with this story. I'll tell you that right now. Whew, so I'm about to spark it right now. Oh Lord, help me. Where my lighter? I'm gonna need some peace, Lord, I'm gonna need some peace after this story. Okay, so I'm finna light it up, and we're just gonna vibe, and I'm gonna talk to you guys. This is a very serious story time. All right, let's do it. Ah! Yes. Oh Lord, I don't got my ashtray. I just realized I don't have my ashtray. No. How am I ash without a ashtray? Lord, help me. Hold on. That taste is fire. With the lavender mixed in there, boy, I tell you what. That's fire. I just wish I had an ashtray though. Oh, that smoke that blew in my eye, I can't see. Oh, child. All right, y'all. Yes, honey. Story time. I did make some notes because when I tell stories, I go off on a tangent. So I need some freaking pointers or some freaking structure on my story, my random story time. So this is a story time on how mental illness, untreated, and if you're not super conscious and careful about the decisions you make, how it can very much negatively impact your life. How your decisions when you're not feeling good and mentally stable, how one thing can lead you just down a road that you would have never imagined. So that's the purpose of this story time. It's not to bash, just not to put anybody down. It's really a lesson. For me, a lot of things I've learned from it, and I hope it can in turn touch other people. And that's what I'm here for. You know, this channel is about finding healthy outlets to help people when they're feeling stressed, down, depressed, anxiety filled. We don't want to pick up anything that's going to really take us down a very dark path that really would negatively impact our health and lead us to be in a hospital or dead or in prison. We're not trying to do that on this channel. We want to find healthier options for us to get some type of relief, so we don't have to pick up a hard drug or become homeless or, you know, deal with something super major and crazy because we're not finding an outlet to help us in our stressful times. How we met. So this is about a old former friend of mine. And the former friend I met back in school. I'm not going to give too much more detail in that, but yes, we did meet in school and we were really good friends, and we've known each other for many years, so we were very, very close. Man, this blue lotus and lavender. Oh, I need this for this story time. Boy, I tell you. Give me the vibes, give me the vibes, give me the vibes. Oh, child, give me the vibes, because I know it's going to get deep up in here. I tell you, it's going to get deep, it's going to get deep. Whoo, the taste of this is so, it's blended so perfectly. Oh my gosh, wow. So we stopped talking. So we were older, we stopped talking, and she ended up getting married and having a kid. I didn't know anything about that. I was like, whoa, you're married and you got a kid? That's crazy. Later, after that, I didn't notice a difference in her personality or anything like that when we got back cool. Just to let you guys know, I didn't notice a change or anything like that. But so we got back cool, then we stopped talking again. So that was the final straw. After that, we never got back cool again. So I saw a post on Facebook. Now this post on Facebook, it was I don't know, I randomly saw it in a group. This lady was like, hey, do you know this person, and this person has a child, and she's missing, anybody know who this is? So I was like, huh, that's crazy. So I recognized the photo of the child, because I'm like, dang, that looked like that looked like, man, I should have opened that window. That looked like freaking her child. I never met her child, but I seen pictures, so I was thinking like, huh, that looked like her child. So I messaged the girl like, yeah, I believe I know this person, her child, this and that. So then I said the daughter's name from what I remember. She said, yeah, that's her. And I was like, okay, yeah, I do know her. And then she's like, she's gone missing. And I was like, what? She's gone missing? What you talking about? So I was like, I haven't talked to her in years, but what happened though? And she's like, well, I'm not sure. I don't know her. And I don't know the child, but she has a boyfriend. So the boyfriend has a brother. So the brother is with I'm gonna call her my former friend. The brother is with my former friend. So that's how she knew that that she was missing, because the brother and his girlfriend, which was my former friend, they were living together. So the brother the boyfriend, her boyfriend went to check on his brother and then was like, we don't know where he's been at. It's been a long time. We haven't seen him. So they knocked on the door and the door was open. So then the girl and the boyfriend came to check on his brother, and he wasn't there. Nobody was there. The daughter was there. Now the daughter was there. She was found by herself. It was a room full of junk, like, you know, nobody had been cleaning supposedly. And the daughter had a crystal in her hand, and she was holding on to the crystal, and a rock or crystal or something. And then she's pretty much said, like, her mom said, don't let this go, hold on to this crystal, whatever. So they were like, we're trying to figure out where did his brother and my former friend go. Pretty much I said, yeah, I know, I gotta remember, but like, I think I remember the Facebook name of her baby daddy and stuff like that, so the child can get taken care of, because we don't know. We want the child to, you know, to be safe and to go to their parents or whatever the case might be. So let me see. I got in contact with the baby daddy or whatever, and he was telling me, you know, like, wow, I want to see my child, I want to get my child, this and that. And then he said he figured something like this would happen. And then he was just telling me his experience with her, as far as her being pregnant. And when she was pregnant with their kid, I guess supposedly she was dealing with some mental issues, and she had said that she wanted to take a knife and hurt the baby or whatever. It was a point where she was acting very weird and strange, and she was saying that she was possessed. So he ended up calling his pastor or something like that, and then the pastor came to perform an exorcism on her. And he said something about he saw her shapeshift. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't know what shapeshift is. So I'm just like, wait, shapeshift? What's shapeshift? But you know, I don't know what shapeshift is. Perform the exorcism, supposedly she became better or whatever the case might be. So a girlfriend of the baby daddy messaged me also and was saying, you know, some of the weird things that she has said to her back in the past. And I think she had also sent me some screenshots or whatever, and she was basically saying this is good for smell too. Just having it in the car, it smells really good. I'm not trying to smoke it right now because I got to focus on talking and telling the story, because it's kind of a long story a little bit, so before I get off track. But anyway, so she was just telling me how the former friend had messaged her and saying that, you know, they need to get on the winning train or something, as far as like, you know, Christianity is silly, and she knows what's really real. And it was the Satan worship and stuff, and that's the actual real thing that most people think is not, but it is. And you know, she believes in it and this and that, and you know, she should get on board with it or whatever. She was like, nah, that's not, I'm not open to that, that sounds silly, blah blah blah. And she was just asking weird questions about how they are intimate, and she was like, I shouldn't be telling you that, I don't need to tell you that, because that's not your boyfriend. Why are you asking me questions about intimacy with your ex? That's silly. So she said she felt like that was very weird, and she didn't understand why she was asking her questions about their sex life or whatever. So the girl that made the post, she had ended up contacting me and said that she was found. Her and the boyfriend was found. So I guess they had tried to rob somebody or whatever, a random house maybe, and they ended up getting caught, and the police were trying to get them to be arrested or whatever. And so it was trying to get them under arrest, and supposedly she was trying to run from the police, but she ran on all fours. So I'm just like, what the hell? Ran on all fours? What? But yeah, supposedly she ran on all fours, and she was saying stuff like, the Satan gonna get you, or whatever the case might be. So I was like, that's so weird, because I never heard these things. I've never heard her talk like that. So it's just weird hearing stories about that, and like, what? I cannot picture this person being like this. That's so weird. I don't know. But yeah, so then they ended up both getting arrested. Now, mind you, I saw a picture of her arrest record, and she looked so skinny. She used to hate being skinny. She always wanted to have a bigger weight to her, and she was never even ever this skinny. And she always liked to have long hair. Her hair was short, like she had shaved it, and her weight was so skinny, and her face was skinny. So, and then her face looked like it was like warped or something. Like it was weird. So the baby daddy also told me that she had told him a story from prior to when they was talking. The guy that she used to mess with had got her into doing meth or whatever, and then I guess that's how she also got into worshiping Satan, because of that same particular person. So she had struggled with that or whatever, but I guess she had been clean for a certain period of time or whatever. So but when I saw her face, it did look like she had been doing some type of drugs or something, because I was like, that don't even look nothing like her. Nothing at all. So and he also told me that she had mentioned that when she was younger, her aunt had performed a sacrifice on her. So I'm just like, what the heck? What does that mean? So basically, she had a hot dog or something, and she used that on my former friend, and I never knew that. But it ended up clicking, because she had told me that her sister, when she was younger, she had called her sister in bed, and she had a hot dog, and she was using that on herself. The sister was using that on herself, and she was saying that was weird. So I was like, why would she use that? That's weird. So now it started to make sense, because I'm just like, wait, she had told me that about the sister, but I guess supposedly that had happened to my former friend, but it happened, her aunt had ended up doing that to her. So I was like, that's so crazy. So I guess the mom and the aunt had got it into that stuff and passed it down to her when she was younger, or whatever the case might be, and then she ended up getting into drugs and meth and stuff like that, and dealing with her own mental stuff, and then ended up slipping into that lifestyle. And I don't know, maybe the dude had known about it and got her got her back into it, or deeper into it, and she was trying to fight it and not go into that lifestyle, and he pulled her in, especially with the drugs and stuff like that. So I guess that could have been like the gateway or whatever. So so pretty much I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss any like super important parts or whatever. But she got arrested, the boyfriend got arrested. They were trying to get custody, the baby daddy of the child, so he ended up getting custody of the child, took the child to the doctor, and the doctor performed I guess like a rape test or something. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but on the kid, and said that in a healthy child, the kid has a huge response to someone going down there and checking them, but she had no response. So that would indicate to the doctors that she had been raped or molested or something before. So it's possible that she was doing some type of sacrifice stuff to the kid, and you know what I'm saying, messing her up in that way, because there's no way a kid is supposed to have a response to anybody down there. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's just wild to me. I wouldn't have expected someone like her, from what I've known about her, to go down that dark path. Like, it's so crazy for me to think about. And she's in prison now, supposedly doing time, and has a drug addiction, and her face and everything is totally different. Like, you could barely recognize her. And I'm just like, it's so crazy how you're dealing with something mentally. A lot of us are, to different degrees and levels. And one decision, literally one decision, bad decision, can literally push us off our journey to a down, dark, sunken place. And that one decision could lead to another decision, open up the door for other things. And now we're like, we started off with dealing with depression or anxiety or schizophrenia or whatever, and that was already bad enough. We picked up something that really was intended to really mess our mental up, because we are already dealing with stuff mentally. So picking this thing up for a person that's not dealing with something mentally can knock them down and almost out. I get passionate about this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all, but I get passionate about this stuff, because this is not nothing to play with. This ain't nothing to play with. And a lot of us are one decision away, literally, from messing up our lives. Literally messing up our lives. And we get in the wrong crowd. We date the wrong people. We become friends with the wrong people. We go to different parties and different environments, knowing that we're struggling mentally with different things that we have not really dealt with. And we use other things, meth, excessive alcohol, just other horrible things that really knocks us down and makes us even worse from where we were before. And it mentally affects us differently, because a lot of us are already struggling with something mentally and we're trying to escape and get away, but it doesn't fix it. It never fixes the root of the problem. It may help out for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It may help out for a little bit, for sure. I don't know why this truck is parking behind me, but okay. It may help us for a little bit, but it doesn't fix the problem. And we try to find ways to cope with our issues, because we're like, well, man, we're tired of mentally going through it, and we feel like it's not going to get any better. So someone offers us something, and we're just like, you know what, whatever. Like, I just need this to help me get through the day a little bit better. And then we find ourselves down with that one issue that's not resolved, but for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Then now I wish my former friend would have, whenever she was dealing with something mentally, either sought counseling, sought some type of professional help, and instead of picking up meth, research natural holistic ways to help deal with stress. Pick up some dang chamomile, man, some dang peace on earth, blue lotus and lavender, something. And I know that does not fix the problem, but something that can help to relieve some of those stressful moments that she has. That could have even given 20% relief. That's better than nothing. Drink some tea and smoke some herb. Something. Find something that works for you, but not that. And I wish that back then I wasn't into herbs like that, but I wish that I was, and I wish I knew that there was a problem, that I could have gave her a different solution. Because a lot of times when you go down that path, it's hard to get out, and you may never get out. You get so sucked in that you do not escape. So people that's dealing with mental illness, do not get sucked into the lifestyle of drugs and all these hard drugs and all this Satanism and all these bad things that just get you in a more darker path. You see, she was stealing. They were about to rob a house. They left the daughter by herself. All these things are more negative things. You had one negative thing up here already, whatever you were dealing with. Now you have drugs, you have this, you have that. Now you've added 10 more other issues, and now you're in prison. So now it's going to be very hard to get natural medicine like this or teas and other things like that, because now you're under a system that's taking care of you now. You're not able to be free and make decisions to go to the natural medicine shop and get something because you're not feeling good mentally. We got to do better, y'all. And it's not to judge nobody and say you're stupid, you're dumb. No, because people struggling out here. We're all trying to find an outlet. But those are not the right outlets to turn to. They're not the right outlets to turn to, because it adds 10 more problems and you still didn't deal with root problem number one. You did not get to the root of it. So this is why I'm passionate and I get into these herbs and I talk about this stuff on camera. Because there's people out here that's struggling mentally that don't know where to turn to, and they're tired. They're beaten down and they're tired. They're tired of struggling mentally. They're tired of waking up every day and waking up like, I am tired of feeling so crappy. I'm tired of it. What do I turn to, man? Some people don't even want to wake up and live. I want to be that beacon of light or hope, or offer that advice or information or knowledge that someone's never heard of or may have heard of, that doubts, that thinks that marijuana and other things like that is the only thing that's out there that you can smoke, that I can say, no, baby, it's not, from someone that knows, that has certain experiences with health issues, that has gotten actual relief from smoking things like chamomile. You can not only drink it, but you can smoke it, and it's not going to be harmful for you. Now, I'm not saying that that's the answer for everybody, but instead of picking up cigarettes, Black and Milds, instead of picking up ecstasy and meth and cocaine and stuff like that, and shooting up your arm and thinking, dang, this is the time I don't have to feel what I'm really going through. I don't want to feel it. Let me shoot up to forget. No, you're not. It's always going to be there. I want you to find the root of whatever you're dealing with and have other alternative options to turn to when you're not feeling good and you feel hopeless and you feel like what you're feeling is too much for you to handle. I say we are all in this together. I'm no better than anybody, because guess what? Any of us is dealing with anything mentally. We could have made a mistake and gone down some path that we know we were not supposed to. It's about not judging those people, but helping to find solutions to the issues that they're dealing with. Because I very well could have experience dealing with some of the same issues, but yet I did not go down that path. So I'm telling you that there is hope. There is hope. That's why I created my website for teas and herbal pre-rolls, because there's people out here that don't know what else to turn to out here. So I am in that small, the particular solution to some people. For these particular people, it could very well be something that helps them 30% more than what they were dealing with, what they had before, and I'm okay with that. That is my passion, and you guys do not understand, and I will make you understand. I'm here for y'all. Because I don't want you to turn into someone like my former friend, where now you're in prison for Lord knows how many years. Now you done messed your mind up even more, when at first it was fragile enough to begin with. We can't add more detriment and it's like we're adding bricks on top of a very fragile foundation. It was already fragile, baby, to begin with. We cannot do that. I know I'm going off on a tangent and a rant, but Lord, this is something I don't play with. I'm so passionate about this type of stuff because, man, it's so many people that has gotten so much more worse on untreated mental illness and stress and PTSD and schizophrenia. There's so many people that has not sought out natural ways to get some relief, and they've made mistakes and went down bad roads because they didn't know of any solutions, or maybe didn't even care to try it. I'm telling you that it works. You're not going, but it's going to help, and that's what I'm here for, to offer help, some type of relief, another alternative to a beaten path and a dark place that you could possibly turn to without addressing it. We got to address it in 2020. We can't keep putting it under the rug and acting like everything is okay when it's not. It's not okay. It's not okay. And we got to do our due diligence to find what solutions work for us. So if you want relief, find that. Read books. Find that. Go to your local natural herb shop. Even if it's not with me, I just want you to find relief. That's it. Because I don't want you to end up like somebody, like my former best friend or friend. I don't want that for you. If I could have saved her, I will. And that's what made me got more serious into these herbs. Because I'm like, a lot of us don't have time to keep messing up and finding other bad solutions to our issues. We got to address that, tackle that head on. And we got to find better ways and better outlets to deal with our stress, because we all have it. It's just different degrees and different levels and different degrees of different mental illnesses. No one's better than anybody. But what we got to try to do is be there for each other and try to find different outlets to help each other to get through our day without getting to the point where we're so beaten down and struggling and we end up homeless. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it to pick up that meth from somebody that's like, yeah, girl, it'll help you. It helped me. No, it ain't helping. It's a temporary Band-Aid, but then you open that Band-Aid and you bleeding and you got a deep wound. Treat that wound. Treat it. Get help. I'm sorry. I didn't think this was going to turn into that. This piece on earth helped me. I tell you it did. But at the end of the day, the passion and the level of love and support that I want for y'all, I'm telling you, I get it. This ain't somebody that's got a website that's trying to sell y'all stuff that I don't understand what y'all dealing with, because I do. I certainly do. But I want better for y'all, and I want better for myself. That's why I get up here and teach y'all about teas and natural herbs to help give you some relief and the effect that it has on our brains, to where I can actually, the science behind it, the impact that it has on our brains, to actually, to where I can actually see how it affects our neuro.
Hey guys, my phone overheated in the car, so that's why I'm coming back to you guys to tell you guys bye. Very emotional video. Like I said, it's intended to help people, sharing stories like that and testimonials and seeing the dark side of, you know, mental illness and how it can affect the quality of your life and how your decisions can impact your future. We have to be mindful of that, and we are responsible for finding different outlets to help alleviate some of those stressors or different things that we are dealing with in our own personal life. And I want to empower people to do so. I know it can be scary trying new things. I get it, because I was been scared, but since making this channel, I feel empowered. Some things may work, some things may not work, but at least I'm actively trying to find a solution that works well for me and my situation, and spreading the knowledge and giving other people a first I guess a view, or like a viewer's experience of seeing how those experiments go for me and hearing about how it works. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day. Knowledge is power. We can do it. We got this. Don't ever give up before it get too late. Find something that works for you, and I will continue to find things that work well for me. We are in this together. You are never alone. Especially you got me now, so it's all good. You guys have a great day. Bye. Yeah.